I'm Debbie Godfrey. Welcome to the Positive Parenting Pep Talks podcast.
One thing we have to really keep in mind when we're talking about attachment and bonding and parenting is a concept from psychology called Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And usually I don't subscribe too much to most of the psychology because most of it's not that practical. But I found that for discipline in parenting, Maslow's hierarchy of needs really makes a lot of sense. And what this is it's a pyramid-shaped idea on paper of a child or all of us having a hierarchy of needs. So if the base of the pyramid is the widest part and the apex of the pyramid is, the point at the top, at the bottom level would be our children's physical needs. So food, shelter, clothing, and love is how I see that. And our physical needs have to be met before we can move up the pyramid to get our other needs met. So first, your child's physical needs have to be met: food, shelter, clothing, and love. If your child's over hungry or overtired, there's just no disciplining that child. They have to get that need met first. And so even though the child who's overtired, you can say, you need a nap, they'll say, no, no, no. You knowing that they have that need and that it needs to be met is all that you need to know. So don't try to convince the child. Just put the child in a situation where they might be able to go to sleep. Some parents might have to put them in the stroller and take them somewhere, or put them in the car seat. Whatever it takes. If you know they need sleep, there's no talking to them. So why continue to frustrate yourself and keep instigating power struggles by telling them that they're overtired? And the same is true with food. I always kept snacks in the car because when my kids were over hungry, and myself too, if I'm hungry, I'm out of my mind. I don't have an ability to deal at any of the higher levels.
Look, Bumble knows you're exhausted by dating. All the must not take yourself too seriously and 6'1" since that matters. And what do I even say other than hey? Well, that's why they're introducing an all-new Bumble. With exciting features to make compatibility easier, starting the chat better, and dating safer. They've changed, so you don't have to. Download the new Bumble now.
The next level up from physical needs is the need to feel safe. So people have to feel safe both physically but also emotionally. If a child is afraid of a parent blowing up or yelling or hurting them, they won't feel safe and they won't be able to operate in a comfortable way. They're going to be, again, out of their minds just as a overtired or overhungry child is. So needs for safety are very important. I see this as emotional needs that need to be met. And then next up the pyramid is the idea of a sense of belonging. And so children have to feel that they belong in the household. They have to be having a sense of contribution, a sense of team, a sense that whatever's going on in the family, they matter and that they're important. And so getting that need met is very important to them. And again, we can't work on their sense of belonging need if any of their physical needs aren't met. So this is why we call it a hierarchy of needs. Needs at the lowest level need to be met before needs at the higher level. Next, we go up and we have love. So a feeling of being loving and being loved is very important to us as human beings, and it's very high up the list. We don't need love for our survival. It's up there in the things that would be nice. And until our physical, our safety, and our sense of belonging needs are met, we can't work and operate on loving our children and telling them that how much we love them. That won't sink in unless their other needs are met. And then we have self-esteem, feeling good about ourselves, feeling that what we have to contribute matters. And in some cases, this is called self-actualization. So kind of a coming into our own of knowing who we are and what we're about. And this is something, obviously, that happens much later in life. But for today's talk, what you want to consider is how important that Maslow's hierarchy of needs interplays in disciplining the children. So making sure that they have the needs at the lower levels met before you try to move up the levels. So making sure that their physical needs are met: food, shelter, clothing, love. Make sure that their sense of safety is being met, that they feel they feel that they can express and be self-expressed, and that we're not going to hurt them or harm them. It doesn't mean we're not going to discipline them, but we can discipline through love and not through fear. Have a great day. Happy parenting.
Thank you so much for joining me here at the Positive Parenting Pep Talks podcast. I assume you're here because you're getting something out of these daily pep talks. And wouldn't it be great if more parents could hear more about these ideas for their children? And you can help me in a great way by liking the episodes, by sharing them on your social media, and especially by providing a review on your platform of choice. So if you could do me a huge favor and do that, it would really help get this out to many, many, many more parents. And we can all help our children feel more seen, heard, and understood, which is my life's work, is to make sure that all children feel loved and appreciated and that we can discipline them without breaking their spirit. So I hope that you've enjoyed these podcasts and will continue to enjoy them. And I really appreciate any support you can give me here at Positive Parenting Pep Talks. Thank you so much. Have a great day and happy parenting.